Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm gonna make some adjustments to my Carl's Place C-Series simulator enclosure. I've had it for a little over 3 months now, and I do have a full review of it that I made whenever I got it set up. Once I get something set up, I never want to keep messing with it. I just want to play golf. So this morning is gonna be one of those days where I take a little bit of time and just try to tweak the setup. So let's take a look at it, how it looks right now. So as far as like waves in the screen, it's gonna look its worst when the projector is off. When the projector is on and you're looking straight at it, like this view here, you really don't see much. But when it's off, or even when it's on and you look really to the side, you can kind of see more of these waves. So they don't bother me when I'm using the simulator. But like I said, I think they could be tighter. And if I get way up to the side here, you can see that, yeah, there's definitely some slack in there. But believe it or not, this how it is right here is better than I had my old one from Carl's Place, the DIY version. This is already an improvement, and I've left it looser. Real quick, wanted to point out, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it that well, but this is the area where my balls hit the screen most often. And it looks like it's dirty, but these are actually burn marks from high spinning shots. If you get real close, I don't know if you'll be able to see or not, but there's actually like a bunch of fuzz kind of shredding the screen a little bit. And you can also see maybe right there that I do have some wedge shots that are hitting the top, and I'm hitting from about 11.5 feet, so a little bit on the farther side. But this is normal. There's nothing really that you can do about it. Some people will use a different golf ball for the simulator that's lower spin. For me, I only want to use the ball that I use on the course, which is a regular Pro V1. I don't want to get different numbers if I can help it. So it just is what it is. It's normal, and you really don't see it when the projector is on. But a lot of people ask questions about this. There's really not much you can do. All right, so I'm gonna start by pulling out the sides here. These flaps Velcro on. And inside, I've got some gutter foam that is like triangular foam that fits in these corners here to kind of add some extra protection so the ball doesn't hit the piping. This is what it looks like. You can get it from Home Depot, and it's pretty much a perfect fit for these edges. So I've got it on the whole perimeter here, and just gonna pull this out so I can get to the zip ties. So on the enclosure side, you have bungee cords, but the screen is actually held on with adjustable zip ties. And if you can see, like I said, I've got these on the looser side. Lots of slack here. Let's see if we can do better than that and try to keep everything even. Okay, so I have all the flaps open, and it actually looks like several of the zip ties holding the screen right here are missing. I think they busted off, and that's the area right above where pretty much all my golf balls hit the screen. So gonna have to adjust that. I could tell it was maybe starting to sag in that area just a little bit, so that should be an easy fix. And I'm just trying to gauge the tension on both sides, left and right. I don't know how much it matters that they're perfectly even, but yeah. Now these zip ties are supposed to be adjustable. Not sure if you can see that. There's not enough light, but these came with the screen, and there's a little tab to where you can loosen them up if you need to. So I will go ahead and start tightening everything. It's actually looser on the left side than the right side, so I'm going to start with the left side, getting it maybe about a ½ inch closer. It's got a lot of play there. Just bringing that in. Now there's not much on these. All right, I tightened left and right side. Kind of just try to take any slack out of those zip ties. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it looks much different than it did before. I'll take you up closer. You know, that looks about the same from here with the projector off. But when you get here, I mean, it's a slightly better. Obviously you can still see the waves there like before, but they look slightly better. So my next question is the zip ties at the top. Obviously you can see that gap at the top, and I'm wondering if tightening at the top will kind of pull some tension out of the bottom. So let's give it a shot. I think that actually made more of a difference, or maybe that was the last part of it. I think that looks better straightforward. And looking this way, yeah, there's still a wave in it, but it's pretty minimal. Let's see what kind of bounce back we have with this level of tension. Okay, this is just a 7-iron. Let's just see how this does before I hit anything faster. Really towed that, but bounce back was no issue, I don't think. Let's try it again. Does seem like it's coming back all the way to me, which I don't think it normally does with like a 7-iron. Just go ahead with the driver, see what happens. Oh, hopefully I don't hurt myself. Really no problem. Towed that one as well. And I guess I'm like statistically average as far as swing speed, but on the slower side, I've got, you know, ball speed ranges from like, I don't know, basically 145 ball speed. So you bigger hitters will have more bounce back trouble. So keep that in mind. And also I am at about 11.5 feet from the screen, just for reference. I mean, not a problem here. Let's try one more time. That's probably the best one. No problem at all with the bounce back, so maybe I should go a little tighter, see what we can get away with. I feel like the biggest difference was made whenever I tightened the top. So let me try that again. There's still some space in there between the screen and the top bar. So let me just continue. And it's kind of deceiving because they might all look like they're tightened the same, but sometimes it's just there's a tight one and then this one is loose, and it's not really holding anything. So I'm trying to just try to make sure that they're even. Guys, I don't think there's a point to doing any more. It's not like it's like perfectly flat, but it really doesn't need to be. It's definitely a lot tighter than it was. Let's do one more test with the driver, and then I will put the flaps back together. That was a little more bounce back. Came all the way past me. It gets annoying chasing balls around, so let me try that again. Maybe I went a step too far. I mean, it's not bad. Not bad at all. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. Okay guys, here's the finished product. To be honest, I'm not sure even what you're gonna be able to see on camera. I can definitely tell a difference. There are still some waves in here, mainly in like this area, and but it's a lot less than where it was before. And then, like I said at the beginning, even what it started with was better than the previous Carl's screen. So a lot of that might have to do with the fact that you're using zip ties instead of bungee cords, and then also the C-Series has a kind of like a wire cable across the bottom. So it's a kind of a different attachment method, and I think it works a whole lot better. Let me pull you up closer, see if you can see anything on camera. You know, compared to before, just a slight ripple in that corner, and that may actually just be the unevenness of tension just from my installation. It may be looser in one corner than the other, because if you go looking back this way, I mean, I don't hardly see anything this way. It's just kind of this bottom left corner, and do I really want to spend the time getting the tension completely even on all sides of the screen? Not really. This is good enough. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the projector as well, just so that you can see that you don't see this stuff. Okay guys, here's the screen with the projector on, GSPRO. If you can see any slack in there, I'd be surprised. Also, if you can see the ball marks up in that top right area, I'd also be surprised. So just keep in mind, you know, you do want some tension. You don't want crazy ball bounce back. You know, for me, this was finally putting in those little tweaks after having it for several months to kind of get it as best I think I can. And I am very happy with it. Let me show you up close. You know, when you come to the side, you can kind of see, not much on camera, but I can see it in person, the little shadow of the ripple right here. So it's still there. It's just whenever it is on the screen, you don't see much. And right here is where the ball marks are. Not sure if you can see that on camera or not either. All right, guys, hope you found that helpful. Leave me a comment if you have any questions about the C-Series enclosure. I've got links to this exact model in the video description, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.